We are at the Chazy Central Rural School, of course, in Chazy, New York, on March 9th, 2010. Why are we here? Because we like it here. And because that wonderful show, West Side Story, is coming up soon.
Yes, it is.
Guess who's here? Tony's here. Zach Bissell, right?
Yes, Zach Bissell.
How did you get hooked up with this whole thing? You're not even from this area, Zach.
Yeah, I'm actually from Lake George, New York. I'm a student at the college, SUNY Plattsburgh, and I know some people there. And the director is one of my friends. I'm in Completely Stranded, the Plattsburgh's improv group, and he told me that he was directing West Side Story, and I said, well, I got to get on that. And then here we are.
You have acting in your blood, I can tell. You love it, don't you?
Oh, I love it. I'm a theater major.
Of course you're a theater major. So what are you doing at the college this year?
This is my last year. This is my last semester as a senior. I'm actually not doing anything at the college this year because I'm doing West Side Story. But yeah, they actually just got done doing How to Succeed in Business, and it was pretty successful.
Were you in it?
I worked on the costumes. I had a costume practicum lab.
Okay. Have you done Tony before?
No, this is my first time as Tony.
You know, I don't know how many of our viewers have any clue about what West Side Story is about. And if you don't, shame on you. It's been performed here in the North Country and in every country, in big town, small town, every college, every local theater group, ever since it was first made its debut on Broadway in 1957. Have you ever been in it before?
Nope. Actually, this is my first West Side Story experience. I've seen it at some high schools in my area when I went to high school, and I knew some people around here were doing it while I was in college, but this is actually, my first time being involved in it. I love the score. I listen to the score all the time.
It's great music. It's great dancing. It's great dialogue. It's got a lot of things that the theater had never seen before it premiered on Broadway in 1957, and a lot of people didn't know if it was going to be a hit.
Yeah, exactly. Jerome Robbins, he really made a bet out there, when
These guys had to fight for it. They
Exactly.
really had to fight for it.
Yeah.
I was telling Jason before we began how it almost never made it. It started out the script was called East Side Story when it first started. It's based on Romeo and Juliet, of course. So you like it? You like to dance?
Oh, I love to dance. Fortunately, Tony doesn't really dance as much as the other characters, but he gets a little dancing in there. I'm a big dancer.
He gets a chance to light that on the stage.
Yes, yeah.
That's something, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It's a good show. It's a great part, and some songs that are indelible in your mind that you wake up when you shave in the morning and you sing some of these songs.
Oh yeah, I live with a bunch of other theater majors in a big house with 7 people, and they are so annoyed with me right now because every morning I wake up going Maria, just can't get it out of my head.
Well, what background in singing do you have?
Well, I've been taking voice lessons since I was 6 years old.
Oh dear God!
In the Lake George and Albany area.
Yeah.
I actually sung with Josh Groban in 2004 at SPAC. I was one of his backup singers.
Very impressed.
And I've just always been really, really, really into singing and theater and the arts. And
have you been taking any lessons at the college?
Yes, I have. With Timothy Morningstar. He's a gem of a teacher. Yeah. Yes, definitely. He has done so much for my voice. I came to college thinking I was some big shot, singing with Josh Groban, and then
Isn't that the way it always is?
Yeah, exactly. And I got here and he set me straight. But he's worked on me for the past 5 years, and I owe so much to him for so much. He's done so much for me.
Was it a really hard part to learn compared to other things you've done?
I think the vocal parts are the most taxing part of it, because the script is written so nicely that you can just embody the character, and the emotions are out in there, and you really have to try to not play the part, as it's told. And I've enjoyed every single experience.
Some of Tony's songs are pretty hard to sing.
Yes, they are.
Do you have a good range?
Well, I'd like to think I have a good range, but
we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess you'll have to come see the show.
But it wasn't too hard to learn?
No. It was a very, very nice experience, and Sophie Bjorka, the vocal director, she's just been so great with helping me reach some of the high notes and giving me a nice, a way to
almost have to get a running start on some of those.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's a broad range. It's a wonderful show. I won't keep you any longer. I know you have to rehearse tonight. It's wonderful to meet you.
Yes, it's very nice to meet you,
I think it's terrific to have another Bissell in town besides the vacuum cleaners, right? And the Bissells that ran the radio stations in town here for a while. I know you're going to be great.
Thank you very
I was looking
much.
through some of the main cast members, and there's some pretty good folks.
Yes.
Chazy always does well up here.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be a great show.
Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Look who's here.
Great to see
Nelson
you.
Bosworth, how are you, my friend?
Doing very well.
Just for those of you who may be too young to remember, his dad, the late Chester O. Bosworth, and I worked together for a very long time in the radio business, and the memory lingers on.
And you gave me my first jazz albums. I remember Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, I think it was. So it was kind of inspiring for me. I know you're a jazz lover.
Oh, I'm such a great jazz lover. I listen to music all the time and just enjoy. How can you not?
I know.
You've been involved in music since you were... What's the first instrument you played now?
Well, violin, actually.
It was violin.
And then I played clarinet. And
I remember.
My first Broadway show was The Music Man. I played in the little kids band when I was 10 years old, and we were supposed to sound bad, and I did very well at that.
I love it. You've done West Side Story, though, before, haven't you?
I've never conducted it, but I played in the pit orchestra when we did it down in Essex a few years ago.
I was reading some background information on the original Broadway performance in 1957, and they specify how many clarinets, how many flutes. The pit orchestra, the music, of course, is what makes this entire show. I don't want to put any pressure on you now.
Yeah, well, this music is great. You know, and as you study the score for this musical, you find out all these real nuggets. Like, for instance, on A Boy Like That, he has 3 bass clarinets. Leonard Bernstein, just a great orchestrator. He's done some amazing things with this. It's a fantastic show. There's a lot of very rhythmic playing, a lot of meter changes, so it's not just your
crazy stuff that Broadway was not used to. We mentioned that talking with Jason earlier. It was a lot of new stuff.
It was
new kind of stuff for Broadway, and nobody quite knew.
No, they've been used to.
That it would go over, but there were a lot of big arguments in the beginning as to what would happen when it got on the stage.
Yeah, it was. I think it's gone down in history as one of the great Broadway shows. It's been
getting
lasting.
revived, and of course, a wonderful movie in 1961. So you like the music. What kind of an orchestra have you got for the show?
I've got a very full orchestra. We got all the parts covered.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, we have a big string section. We have 31 players for this. So.
Come on.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest orchestras that we've had here.
The tentacles, huh? It's a good thing you were in the music business here for so many years. Are you still teaching or not?
Give private lessons.
Private lessons? Until you can't anymore. That'll be another 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, I retired from Northeastern a little while back.
Long career.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot. I miss everybody up there and miss doing the parades, but this has been great for me. I've just had such a lot of fun. It's a real professional crew to work with.
I'm looking down the list of the cast of characters, if you will. We got some amazing talent here.
Unbelievable.
We just met Tony a few minutes ago. We
Very
imported
talented.
him from Lake George through the college, and he's got that in his blood.
Oh yeah, he does. The first time we worked together on his songs, Maria and Something's Coming, he's got them nailed cold. Very talented. All these kids are very talented.
I said to him when he came here, these songs are not easy to sing. For anybody who does any serious singing, West Side Story, you better vocalize early in the morning before you get there.
Absolutely.
So you like the way it's shaping up?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great show. I hope a lot of people come out for this. They're going to really enjoy it.
This place is always mobbed.
It is,
has
really.
Been mobbed since the beginning of time.
Yeah, get your tickets early.
I heard somebody trying to buy tickets from the cast members. Don't forget the show, folks. Will be Thursday, March 18th at 7, Friday the 19th at 7:30. No, 7:30 those first 3 nights, right? 7:30, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 18th, 19th, and 20th. And the matinee on Sunday,
Saturday and Sunday.
Right, Saturday and Sunday matinees.
2 o'clock, matinees in the afternoon, both Saturday and Sunday. That's a lot of shows.
It is. Yeah. We'll be ready. It's going to be awesome.
I won't say you're going to do it till you get it right, because it's going to be right from the first note, Nelson. I know it is. But these shows in all the schools, and we're fortunate to have a lot of talented people in this area.
Oh, definitely.
So it's got to make you feel good just to be there with a baton.
Oh, it does, really.
I
No
love it.
question.
I love it. Well, you say hi to your mom for me.
Well, it's great to see you, Gordy.
Good luck. We'll
care.
be here and watch the show. See you, Nels. Anita and Lieutenant Schrank
sir.
are here. I'll let you judge which is which. What's your name?
Katie Marcinko.
Katie. Where are you from?
I hail originally from Watertown, New York.
Nothing wrong with Watertown,
No,
Black River,
no.
Carthage.
That's right.
I know that area very well.
You
grew
do.
up in Watertown and went to school there, or what?
Born and raised, yeah. Came to Plattsburgh in 2000 for school and stayed ever since.
Oh, you stayed here and graduated from Plattsburgh
We'll
State?
say yes. We're 3
Went
credits
to-
short, so we'll say yes.
Oh, 3.
Completed her studies.
My whole life has been 3 steps and 3 credits short. So how did you hear about the show here?
Just kind of through word of mouth. I heard they were doing auditions and just thought I would come out and see what I could do.
You like to sing, obviously. You've
I
had
do, yeah.
experience singing. How about dancing?
I was actually a gymnast for quite a long time growing up, so I had to do
could tell
dance.
the move. You had the moves when you walked in.
So, yep, I've done a little bit of everything. So.
There is a little bit of everything in this show, in case you didn't notice. It's not your average run-of-the-mill musical, and it's a very ambitious thing. And as I mentioned before, 2 schools are doing it this year, Chazy and PHS. It's been done around here so many times in the years that I've lived here, and I won't tell which were the not-so-good ones and which were the very, very good ones.
Well, you haven't seen the best one yet.
Well, I can tell just by the people we've met so far that this will be the best. You've never done West Side Story before?
I have not actually. I've done probably over 35 to 40 productions total with everything that I've done, and I've never done West Side Story, so it's something new for me.
It's been done everywhere, so I don't know how it avoided you or vice versa.
It just never crossed my path until now. So, but now I get to play Anita, which is a great role.
It's
so
one of the great roles
Oh,
in the show.
it's very iconic in theater. You know what I mean? So to put on the purple dress and play her and
love
her
it.
sass.
It's so important, isn't it? And what's your name again?
Merritt Billiter.
Merritt, you're from here.
I am. And I, too, am a gymnast, so I want everyone to know that. Many years of training right here.
Oh, man.
Many years of training in this body.
Yeah, I've been in a few pubs myself.
The one-arm curl is...
You got it. That's tough, isn't it?
It is. I mean, you don't get those pipes for nothing.
My arm always gets tired before my stomach is full.
How true.
So that's an important part, too. We got to have
Yeah.
a law.
Lieutenant Schrank, somebody's got to be mean. And it's fun to be mean.
He's a character.
He is. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got him cold?
I think so. I think
Yes,
I got it
he's
down
mean to
pretty
me.
vicious. Yeah,
Oh,
get me to
really?
her. I get to boss around all the kids in there.
People don't realize this is not a non-violent production. I mean, you got 2 street gangs, you know, who are going after each other.
It's pretty rough. There's
And people do end up on the stage having to lie very still
Yes.
because they're dead.
yeah, some stabbing, some shooting, some drive-bys in the cloud.
So you're from Chazy?
Yeah, I went to the school. Yes, sir. I graduated here in '97.
Great school.
Yes, sir.
A lot
Very
of
good.
great history for
It
putting
is.
on good shows.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a long. I think this is our 21st year, I
How
believe.
many have you been in?
Oh man, this is my I think 7th or 8th year. I took kind of a hiatus when I went to college, and then this is my 2nd in a row. I was in Beauty and the Beast last year, and now I'm back again with this one.
Beauty and the Beast. That's a hard show to
That was a fun one.
because it's called
The name, it's got the name. Yeah, I mean the kids loved it, and like back when we did Wizard of Oz, same kind of thing. It's just, but this is a total 180, so it's kind of good and keeps people. You know, you can't get bored of the same kind of show.
Anything. Wizard of
It is.
Oz is one of the great shows
Exactly.
to put on locally.
Yep.
And I've seen it done from here to the coast and back again, and some very, very tremendous performances that
Yeah.
border on professional. But that's what this theater
That's,
That's
what
what
we're,
we-
what
that's
we're
what we tried
aiming
to get,
for
yeah.
here.
every
So
single year.
Yeah, when we get
Never-
community theater, it's nice. You
You
get
know
the
what
best of
it's
the
fun
best.
for me to do? Walk out with people and listen to what they say on the way out. Did
We
you
like to
see?
do that
Did you
too.
see? Did you see?
Yeah.
Getting in their cars,
That's a
the
good
old
thing.
ladies and old men are singing.
That's good. That's a very good sign.
Isn't it?
Hopefully, that's that's the same thing here. There's a few showstoppers, some things that maybe people don't know, like the Officer Krupke song. The boys do. Unbelievable.
Oh, it's
Is
great.
it really?
It's
Unbelievable.
great. It's
One
hilarious.
of my favorite songs
yeah.
of all time.
The
just
way those
because
kids are doing it.
They
is
do
just-
such a great
It's going to
job.
blow your mind. Really, really, really good.
Yeah, as I said before, it's very hard to find people who are multi-talented in theater so that they can dance.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
sing,
that hard.
And
The trifecta right here. The trifecta.
so you've done it. You're eating this up. I can tell.
Yeah, I like to be in the spotlight a little here and there.
Because we're doing this on the 9th, and the show's coming up very shortly
Yes, it is.
now.
Yeah, not too much
Yeah.
longer.
You don't have to have butterflies until about 4 o'clock that first afternoon.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while. We don't get too many butterflies.
Just the 10 minutes before a
Yeah.
show, I get nervous.
Just
and then
before you go on.
put me out there and
There's
I'm
no
good.
greater rush than to do a show like this, is it?
No, when you look out in the audience and you can kind of see all the reflection of the glasses, or you see people moving, it's just nice to
And it'll
know
be
they're
mobbed.
there.
It'll be mobbed every single show.
Yeah.
I don't know how many tickets they sold.
I'm not sure
People
how
were
they done
trying to
yet.
buy tickets in there before we started
Oh,
taping
yeah.
tonight. Going to cast members. I need 2 matinees.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
need-
yeah. We typically don't have a hard time selling out here, which is a good thing.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
We're
Thank
doing
you
a
so-
lot of intense dancing, so
Intense
Yeah.
dancing.
Check
It's-
it out.
Definitely
The
come see
dancing
that.
is great.
And I promise
Very-
you, I will not
yeah.
dance a lick. So if people are going to stay away because they think I'm going to dance, don't worry about that. It's not going to happen.
I wasn't worried of that.
You're a little afraid.
I do
could
more than
tell.
enough dancing for both
Yeah,
of us,
that's
buddy.
true. That's
Thank
true.
you, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck with
Good seeing
everything.
you.
Thank you.
I won't. We're at the Chazy Central Rural School, forecasting a wonderful presentation of West Side Story later on in March 2010. Guess who's with us? Bob Venn. Robert, how are you?
I'm good.
You the famous grandson of the famous grandfather, Bob Venn, who did What's Going On Here for how many years? 5? 7? 7 years. What a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
And it doesn't surprise me that you're going to be in this show either for some reason, because your grandfather was a pretty good actor too. So what do you play?
I play a shark. My character's name is Indio. And
That's a good character.
yeah. The way I'm doing it is I'm like the action of the sharks. So I'm tough. It's a different character than I'm normally used to.
There's some rumbling going on in this show. People don't realize, I mentioned before, if our viewers have never seen West Side Story anywhere, they should come and see it here.
Yeah.
Because this is bound to be one of the best productions this North Country has ever seen anywhere. A lot of action, a lot of dancing, a lot of fighting,
Yeah.
a lot of stabbing. Let me see. I'm trying to remember if anybody gets shot. No, there's no guns in this
Actually,
show.
there is one gunshot.
There is one gun. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure. When they were making this show in the very beginning for Broadway, way back in 1957, they wanted to shoot everybody. Then they decided, now we'll stab some guys. We'll have
Yeah.
a gun. So you like it?
I enjoy it. It's very, very fun.
Have you done anything like this, Rob?
I've done a lot of dancing. This is completely different than what I'm used to. I'm used to playing the clown, childlike character.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, last year I was on a unicycle
Oh.
for Beauty and the Beast, and one year I
Oh,
played
my
a
goodness.
childlike king in Once Upon a Mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
so-
great show.
Yeah.
So this is different than anything.
Yeah.
But you do have to do some singing.
I only have to sing one song. And
Only one?
Yes.
I don't- How many main songs are there? Something like 18 main songs in this
Yes.
show. I
And
can't remember.
And I'm
Think
only in
about it.
one.
Hey, that's good enough.
Yeah.
But at least you get the rumble.
Yeah. I get to fight about 3 times.
Yeah. How'd you get hooked up with it? Just decided to try out?
This is actually my 8th show
Come
for
on.
CMT. So,
8th show here
8.
since you were how old?
I started over 14 years ago doing South Pacific at Northeastern Clinton.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That was a good show too.
Yeah.
I've seen South Pacific up here a few times. So you got the bug.
Yes, Jason actually got me involved into it, and it's because of him I'm still doing it.
He's the best.
Yes.
He's Mr. Energy. He's the original Energizer Bunny.
Yes.
I can't wait to see the show. Robert, it's great to meet you.
You too.
Say hi to everybody, okay, for me?
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay. We're still at the Chazy Central Rural School talking to people who are going to be the main performers in the really big show coming up very shortly. The presentation is West Side Story, and it's Thursday the 18th at 7:30, Friday the 19th at 7:30, Saturday the matinee at 2, and then at night at 7:30. You guys are going to be so tired. Sunday, the matinee is at 2 o'clock. That's on the 21st. People are singing. We didn't know we were going to have background music here tonight. Let's all introduce ourselves. I'll go right across with the mic.
My name's Tanner Jubert.
And
I'm Mike LeClaire.
Eli McNeil.
Devin Ashline.
Andrew Loria. Zach St. Louis.
and you guys are.
Jets.
You gotta have Jets. You gotta have Sharks. You gotta have everybody in West Side Story. Are you guys, any of you from this town or this area?
We're all pretty close.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Moores. That's about.
Morris, that's close enough.
I live in Beamantown.
I'm probably the farthest away. I live in Keysville.
Wow, another country.
Rouse's Point.
And I just moved to Plattsburgh.
You did? From where?
From Wells, New York.
I know where Wells, New York is, too.
You're the only one then.
You and I are the only two that know.
And Peru.
And Peru. That's well represented. Have you guys all been in shows before up here?
Not here.
No.
You haven't?
I've never been in any show.
Neither has this guy.
Come on. Did somebody drag you in here? Did you just say that seemed like an idea, good idea at the time?
I was asked to come here and do this.
You know, when you're recruited, then you either got something or your father's rich. I don't know which. So how is it to be Jets? Good?
The greatest.
Great. Have you guys, none of you guys have ever been in West Side Story before?
Nope.
So did you have any clue what it was about?
A little bit.
But it's been, yeah. It's, if Shakespeare were here, he'd say, oh my gosh, I've never seen, I didn't mean it for, besides the ladder that goes up to the balcony, that's about the only thing I remember. It is a wild and crazy show. A lot of action all the way. You guys like to dance?
Oh yeah.
You like to rumble? Who gets to carry a knife? Anybody?
This guy right here.
Right here. I also get to get shanked too,
Yes, I
so
know you do.
yes, I'm happy about that.
Is somebody holding you at the time?
Kind of. It's very. I'm caught unawares.
You guys get to sing some numbers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh my god.
Well, all of us together, what do we sing? Two or three all
Two
together,
or three all together,
and then some of these guys. Actually, all of these guys get their own number after I
So
die.
did you guys ever have any of you had formal singing, voice training?
I have, but
You had. You got a wonderful natural voice anyway, that's great.
oh well, thanks.
If I were back in the radio business, you'd be at my office tomorrow morning.
Oh,
So you like to sing, you like to dance.
absolutely.
A lot of singing and dancing.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Who's got the most lines here?
Probably me.
Yeah, get stabbed,
Yeah.
You guys are great. Have you got it down? Are you ready? I mean,
Hopefully.
I think
We've been ready for months. We got it.
I believe you. The only guy here can lie with a straight face, right?
Oh yeah.
Good luck, guys, to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll let you know how good it is after it's over, okay?
All right.
See you
Thanks.
later.
Thanks.
Goodbye, Jets.
From this side.
We're at the Chazy Central Rural School. We're working it up to a fever pitch because West Side Story is going to start pretty soon. Pretty soon you're going to wake up and say, oh no, it's tonight. Well, we've had the Jets, so the Sharks are here. You guys don't know it, but way back in 1957, when this show was ready to be first performed on Broadway, there was a big argument when the script was being written as to whether they ought to use real street language and swear words in Spanish and in English. They decided to manufacture some very interesting things that nobody ever said on the street that you'll hear in the show. So you guys, how did you all get to be Sharks? First of all, who are you?
I'm Brett Wolesley.
Where are you from?
I'm from Morse Forks, and I attend Northeastern Clinton.
You know, we got one from Moores and one from Morris Forks. Pretty soon we'll cover the whole northern tier. Who are you?
I'm Andrew Purrier. I'm from West Chazy, and I go to Beamantown High School.
Good for you.
I'm James Kelly, and I'm from Morris, New York.
Uh-oh. Two from Moore, one from Moore's Fork?
I'm Nathan Swan, and I go to Chazy Central Rural School.
Of course you do. That's why you looked like you were at home here.
I'm Min Coyer. I go to Beekman Town High School.
Yeah. So how did you all get involved here? That's the question I'm asking everybody. They didn't come and say, hey, how would you like to be in a play, did they?
Well,
is that really what
Me
happened?
and Andrew are the dance director who's doing the choreography. Jackie, actually, when we were doing a play for Beekman Town, invited us to be here because some of the Sharks couldn't make it.
So we were asked to be short.
So we actually.
we all have superior dance skills to everyone else in our class.
There's no question
Yeah.
in my mind about that.
No question.
You know, you got to have some kind of dance skills because this is, you're talking about choreography. This is one of the most complicated shows to choreograph.
Hardest show I've ever done in choreography.
It's got to, and you've been in a few?
Yeah, this is my 4th show.
Most guys have been in 4 or 5. What, somebody that was just here was in 6. Have you been in shows before?
Yeah, I've been in 3 previously, so this is my 4th show.
Kidding. How about you?
My 6th or 7th.
Oh, man.
This is my first show for Chazy Music Theater, but I've been in other productions of in the Chazy School.
You too?
This is probably like my 3rd show.
No, I bet you none of them were as much fun as this one is.
No, this one's very fun.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It's actually pretty exhausting.
Oh yeah, all the
Guys-
choreography, it's a workout.
Yeah.
If you weren't in shape when you started, you got to be in shape by the time this is done because there's constant motion in this show.
Well, if anyone wants to know, the beach is that way.
Well, define shape.
Yeah, well, define it.
Round is a shape.
I'll define it with this belly, and you can work your way up to that. So you guys obviously all enjoy what you're doing. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love
Yeah,
it.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are great. They're fun to work with. Yeah.
Well, this is a community that really enjoys the Chazy productions and has ever since the first one. I had no idea when the first one was done, but it was a long, long time ago. So it's a tradition to put on great shows, and I know you guys won't be letting anybody down this year.
Hope not.
Was it kind of hard to learn the steps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a lot of perseverance and hard work.
Yeah.
And that's what your middle name is, perseverance and hard work.
Yes.
And a smile of a winner.
You guys are the best. Good luck with the show.
All right, thank you.
See you guys later. Bye-bye. Good to meet you.
You too.
It's March 9th, 2010. And before you know it, it'll be March 18th. And West Side Story will be on the stage for the first time. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
That's one of you. Look like you are. Who are you?
I'm Megan McDonald.
I'm so pleased to meet you.
Dana McDougall. Joy Grubb.
Lauren Grimberg-Funez.
Christine Spalding.
There's a lot of syllables in your last name.
Yeah.
What is it again?
Lauren Grimberg-Funez. It's hyphenated.
Okay, hyphenated adds way so much more class.
My standardized tests, like they don't have enough room. So
Okay, can't take this test. I get an A, right?
I wish.
So tell me a little bit about yourselves.
What would you like to know?
Where are you from?
Plattsburgh.
And what's your
I go to
experience?
Chazy School.
You do?
Yes.
Of course you do.
So.
You've been in shows before.
Yeah, I think 4. I've been in 4 shows before.
So, veterans, you look like you're about 12 years old. How old are you?
I'm 13.
Oh,
You're a year off.
Sorry, I missed it by a year. What have you been in before?
Actually, this is my first show here, but for the past 8 years, I've done shows with Essex Theater Company.
Oh, that's great. What wonderful company down. Have you had fun doing it?
Oh yeah.
What was your favorite?
Probably Chicago or Nonsense. Maybe between the two of those.
You know, we have so much good theater here in the North Country. It's amazing. This is a perfect example because besides you 5, there's some great talent going to be on that stage. Was it awesome to hear the other people singing and watch them dance?
It definitely is, yeah. It's really amazing just to see the talent in this area and stuff.
It's incredible. A lot
Really
of the people
is.
in this show are not from Chazy, but many are from the surrounding towns.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Saranac.
Ta-da! I don't even know what Saranac's doing this year, do you?
I actually have no idea. I'm not really involved with the high
I
school
should
much,
know
so.
because I saw the listing in the paper. Everybody does good shows. Were you in some shows when you were in school?
I never have been. No, I'm actually in school right now. I'm homeschooled, so I stick with the independent clubs.
That's a whole nother subject that you and I should talk about sometime. I'm really interested in homeschooling and what it does for people because it cranks out some pretty neat people. Where do you go?
I'm from Beekmantown High School. I'm a senior this year.
Are you? Mm-hmm. And you've been in?
This is my third show with Chazy. So I was in Aida before, and yeah, that was a really, really fun show. And Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beach.
Yeah.
Beast. Not the beach.
At the beach now.
The beach. And?
I'm from Chazy also. I go to school here, and this is my 11th show, 10th year with CMT, so.
You gotta be kidding me.
I've been doing it since I was 7, so.
Good times.
Yeah. Lots of memories.
Is there anything better than being in a show like this?
No, it brings like everyone from the community together, and you can see like the
In so many
diverse
ways,
amount
the
of
people
talent.
who aren't in the show wish they were when it's done.
Yeah.
They walk out the door
That's why I
singing and
joined.
dancing.
That's why I joined.
You guys all like to dance?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody had any formal dancing training?
Yes, I have. I have a lot of dancing training.
Really?
Yeah.
So you love to dance. So was this hard? Still hard for you?
No.
Not?
No.
Some of the guys found it very,
I believe it.
Their tongues are hanging out and they didn't even start rehearsal yet tonight. How about you?
The only dancing I've ever done has been with the theater company. So I took a hip hop dance class at Langlois, so I don't know if that counts or not.
Of course it counts. You guys?
This is all new to me.
No,
so.
really? No kidding. How about you?
I danced with Gibberts when I was younger, but not for a while. Did some Nutcracker. It's a good time.
Wasn't everybody in the Nutcracker at one time? And how about you?
I have mostly theater. I've taken a couple classes with some of the choreographers that we've had here, but mostly just the stuff I've learned through CMT.
So now what parts are you playing?
I'm Minnie, a jet girl.
Of course.
Pauline, a jet girl. I'm Consuela, a shark.
Rosalia, shark.
Clarice, a jet girl.
We haven't had any fist fights in the hallway since we've been here, so I guess it's all right.
We're more mature than the boys.
Yeah.
Well, there was never any question in my mind. You guys are all terrific. Can't wait to see you on stage. Thanks so much for saying hello to us.
Thank you.
See you later, girls. In case you haven't noticed, folks, there are a lot of people in this show. This is not a cast of one or two. It's not like the old salesman show where one guy does it all. This is West Side Story. This is Chazy Central Rural School. The show will be here live in person on the stage Thursday, March 18th at 7:30. Friday, March 19th at 7:30. All your parents and friends are coming, right? Saturday, the matinee at 2, and the evening show at 7:30, and the matinee on Sunday at 2 o'clock. That's a lot of shows.
It is.
You gotta get some sleep before then, ladies.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's find out who you are.
I'm Maria, who's a shark.
What's your name?
Morgan Dubray.
This is a big deal, you know.
It is.
Did you notice that? This is
yes.
a very, very big deal. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I am going to college for vocal performance and a minor in theater.
Ta-da!
So I've been doing voice lessons for 6 years, and this is my second show with Chazy Music Theater.
Are you taking music lessons at the college?
With a professor from the college.
Who is?
Miss Sophie Bierka.
Terrific. Terrific. So you love to sing, obviously.
I do.
You love to dance. Have you ever done West Side Story before?
No.
You know, I wasn't kidding when I smiled and said it's a very difficult role. But it looks to me like you're up to it.
I will take any challenge I can
Do you
get.
have a favorite song in the show?
A Boy Like That.
Oh, is a great song.
It is. It's very powerful.
Yeah. That's wonderful. We're proud to have you here.
Thank you.
Who are you?
I'm Emily Provost, and I play Esperanza. I'm a shark.
Yeah, Esperanza. Just has a ring to it, doesn't it?
I guess
Did
so.
you know what part you were going to play when you came here to try out?
No, I didn't.
Somebody told you?
Pretty much.
And tell me about your background. Have you had experience in
I
theater?
have. This is my first Chazy performance, but I've done ART and PMT shows since I've been in 6th grade, and I am now a freshman at Clinton.
These guys are all such pros. You get to wear some pretty neat clothes too, you know.
Oh yes, I have many outfit changes.
That's a hard part. I don't know how you could do that. I would be...
Me.
I always get help, so.
Yeah. I'd be back there trying to get an arm in something. I wouldn't look well in those dresses anyway. And how about you?
I'm Alex Misek, and I am the young girl voice.
Oh. Where are you from?
Chazy.
Of course, you got to be from Chazy if you're a Misek, right?
Yeah.
Are you related to all the famous Miseks up here?
I guess so.
Of course you are, but you're the most charming of all, right? You can tell them all I said so. Have you been in shows before?
Yes, this is my 5th CMT show.
That's amazing. You enjoy it, obviously?
Yeah.
Love to sing and dance and act. All of you do. How about you?
My name's Suzanne Fountain. I'm playing Bibisita. I'm a shark.
Some people can't even say the name of Bibisita. Is it really fun for you?
I'm enjoying it, yes. I really
More
like
fun
the
than
dancing
anything
and
you've done
singing.
or not?
I don't think I can really pick a favorite musical I've been in. They're all equally enjoyable.
You know, people like you say, this one is my favorite right now. Maybe next year will be something else.
Right.
Was it hard for you to learn?
It's challenging, but I think we've all mastered it pretty well.
Well, you wouldn't be here if you didn't really want to get into it, right, Maria? Oh, yeah. And who are you?
I'm Katie Duffy, and I'm Teresita, a shark girl.
Oh, Teresita, another wonderful. But where are you from, Katie?
Rouse's Point.
The whole county. We got all of Clinton, parts of Essex. I think we even got some Lewis counties in here and some people down around Lake George. So you're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is my first production here, so that's exciting.
How many songs? We can't ask her because she's in every one. But how many songs do you guys do together? Just one?
We're all in one together.
We're all in America,
Yeah.
I think, and then ballet somewhere, I think most of the
Oh, yeah, that's right.
in the
It's been a while since I saw West Side Story, but it's a wonderful show. It's a vibrant show, and I think you all will bring something very, very special to this production. I wish you all the best of everything.
Thank you.
Good luck, okay? See you later. Well, I walked down this way because I was looking for something that would fit me, and so far I haven't been very successful, but we are in the official wardrobe department. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm Karen Bouvier.
I know you.
Wendy Misek.
Wendy, hi.
Susanna Levon.
What a team, huh?
Yeah, what a team.
Just like the McGuire sisters. Oh, they're not old enough to remember that.
Oh, yes.
Is this a fun show?
Definitely.
Is it?
Oh, they all are. Sad. It's a tragic love story.
We know what it is, and it's certainly exciting, if nothing else.
That certainly
A
is.
lot of dancing, a lot of singing, a lot of just fun stuff. And
It's
you
fun
guys
backstage.
What do you all do now in the show?
I'm Gladys Hall, who's the chaperone at the dance at the gym where Tony and Maria meet. And I'm kind of a dorky old lady teacher.
I never saw that. Where does it say dorky old lady teacher?
Well, it's played by a man on Broadway.
I know.
So I'm Gladys Hall, not Glad Hands. So.
Don't you love it?
I do. I think it's fun.
How many shows have you done here?
Chazy 3. And
You've done
several.
other shows.
Yes, elsewhere. Yes, I love doing this. Big hiatus between college and coming back to the theater, children, jobs, things like that. So it's fun to come back.
Hard work, but so much fun.
It's fun.
What are you doing here?
I'm with costumes. I'm not in the show
I know. Are you the one that said I'm not going to be interviewed?
That was me. Yes.
The last person?
That's yes.
Hell will freeze over and pigs will be going overhead.
But I brought support. I brought support.
I know, we like to do it.
Good support.
We're with her.
Somebody's got to do costumes.
That's right.
How did you get involved in that?
Well, I was involved years ago when our sons were in the plays, and they're adults now.
See how it works?
Yes, the children draw their parents in, and now my
Like
daughter's.
osmosis.
That's right, and my daughter's in the show now, so I became involved again.
That's great. So are you actually, did you have to make some of the costumes?
Some of the costumes we actually had to make. Some we pulled from the residents. Well, we have costumes that we've used in previous shows or people donate. And in this show, a lot of the boys were able to bring in their own costumes, the jeans and the T-shirts.
Try to make it look like the mid-50s?
That's right. Yes. So we pull from a variety of places and make some also.
And what's your involvement, my dear?
I'm working on costumes with Wendy and Susanna, and I did the program because I'm an English teacher, so I write stuff. And I also dance in one number.
You dance in one number too?
Yes, and I'm a stage mom as well.
How did you get to dance in one number?
Well, my daughter has a part, so they...
So you said, I'm dancing or I'm going home?
They thought they'd make me happy.
Are you really? You love to dance?
I do love to dance, yes.
She's very good.
And you sing in that number.
Thank you. Oh, yes, I also sing.
Oh, do you?
I try to do both at once.
What number do you sing?
America.
So I'm going to stand up and scream from
Okay,
the audience.
please do. So distract everyone from from my dancing.
This is fun. I have interviewed so many kids and adults and people who have been involved in theater for many, many years. This is the most enthusiastic group of people I have ever seen. They are wound like a clock for this show.
Very much so.
It's
we all enjoy it.
I don't want to ever underestimate how difficult a show this is to do, besides being fun. But it's only fun if you do it right.
That's right.
It's a lot of work and practice.
I don't know how many people are in the cast. 30-something?
37.
37. Not the biggest cast
No, it's
ever in
relatively
Chazy.
small.
It's pretty small.
Yeah.
And pretty young.
Even though there are a lot of those 30 people on stage some of the time, and it looks pretty crowded there. So, any of you got involved with choreography this time?
No. Really, that's Jackie Robertson's territory.
Yeah, that's difficult stuff.
Yes, especially for this show.
Jackie deserves a medal.
Yes, she does. It does.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, you know, when they first wrote the show and talked about putting it on, as I mentioned earlier when we were doing interviews, it was very controversial. The script, what they were doing was not common on Broadway at the time.
No.
It was not common in musicals anywhere at the time. And they tried to make it so it would sound good 10 years later. And here we are, 53 years later, and it sounds great. The music, how could you have any more classic songs, right?
Yes,
You know all the words to every song?
Not all the words to every song, no. I know many words to many songs.
And the words to your song.
You know, not only has this show been produced professionally around the world hundreds and hundreds of times, but it's been recorded by jazz artists, big bands and little bands, small orchestras, over and over and over again.
It's good music.
I still listen to the original sound recording from Broadway from 1957, and it makes you want to jump right up and salute, doesn't it?
Or dance. Or dance.
I couldn't hit the high notes then, and I can't hit the high notes now. You guys are all terrific.
Thank you so
Very
much.
much.
Just
Thanks
wanted to
for
make
coming
sure
to
I
talk.
tried to embarrass you in the biggest way I
you
could.
did.
But you're great. You didn't even blush once.
So are you.
I'll think of a good line after you guys go. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye. Now we really have background music. I can hear the tape playing in the background. We're at the Chazy Central Rural School, interviewing the cast members for West Side Story. We're here on the 9th day of March, and the production is coming up sooner than you think.
It's gonna fly.
It's going to fly because it's going to be Thursday, March 18th, 7:30. The first show is always butterflies. That's a cool one. Then on Friday at 7:30, that's the 19th. Saturday, 2 shows, one at 2 and 7:30. And Sunday, March 21st, the matinee at 2 o'clock. Who are you?
I'm Catherine Took. I play Velma.
Of course you do. Nobody could do it better. You are?
I'm Sandra Olds, and I play her best friend, Graciela.
Are you buddies in real life, too?
Oh, yeah.
We're best friends.
Tell you're almost hooked at the hip here.
We are, pretty much. Just a little.
You both go to the school or not?
Yep.
See? They even answer like identical twins.
We
Yeah.
try. We try.
Lots of practice.
Soccer too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Best sport in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
Huh?
Hands down. Best
Oh,
sport.
yeah, well, Chazy,
Oh, you
talk
know.
about a powerhouse. If you don't play soccer, you either have to be a fan or a player up here in Chazy.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's how it is.
So tell me about the show, what it means for you. How did you get involved in it?
Okay, well, this is my 10th show.
Oh my God.
I've been doing it since the 1st grade, and I think this is one of the best dancing shows that I've
Ninth
been
or
in.
10th show?
Me too. We started at the same time.
Yeah, that's how we became best friends.
This is my last show.
What was your first show?
Meet me in St. Louis.
Oh, come on. Was it really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that one being done here.
I was 7 and she was
5
Yeah.
or 6.
Well, you know what? Once you get it in your blood,
Yeah, you keep
Right?
coming back.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how it
hard to
works.
say no.
do you know from year to year, I'm going to be in next year's, no matter what they do, I'm going to be in it?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that what you both say?
Said this is my last year because I'm a senior, so I'm leaving.
I'm a sophomore, so I still have 2 more.
Oh, where are you going to go?
I'm going to Albany. I'm going to go Siena or Albany, one of the two. I haven't decided yet, but those are my top 2.
With your marks, you can go anywhere you want.
That's what I'm hoping. So
Cambridge, Oxford,
Harvard.
Harvard,
That's what I mean.
Dartmouth.
They actually they told me no because I was too smart.
Oh,
So
is that it?
That must be it, right?
This is the story, and it's free, folks. What do you want to study?
Public relations and communications.
Well, you're doing it right here, right
Exactly.
now, on this microphone.
It's good practice.
So you guys really enjoy what you do?
Oh, yeah.
Do a lot of dancing in this show, but
Oh yeah,
it's good for your soccer legs, right?
that's right.
Keeps us in shape.
I've been ran in soccer, so I got to keep in shape somehow.
How much singing do you do? Everybody has to sing in this show.
We sing a little bit,
A
but
little
not.
bit. We have more dancing.
Or dancing.
Yep.
Dancing, I don't know what's more important, singing or dancing in this show, because the music is great.
Can't have one without the other.
No, you can't have one without the other, and that's why, as I mentioned before, it's difficult to find people who can sing and dance and act for West Side Story, because a lot of people have to do all three. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you know everybody in the cast before practice started?
I knew most people, but then we had some new boys come in because we had a lack of boys, and I met a lot of new people, so it was really fun.
And that was really exciting too.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
A lot of them are from college, so we
That's
had our
even
normal
better,
group.
right?
Exactly.
Older men.
Older men. Can't complain. Can't complain. That's all I'm saying.
Singing, dancing, and older men. You know,
Yeah,
it's a balance.
that's great. So it's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment of time. That's why I can't imagine how many adults are working on the show and behind the scene, and how many.
My mom works backstage, so we're here till like
My mom
10:30
too.
every night.
They told me, we just interviewed them
Yeah.
down at the other end.
It's
Crazy.
They said, you have to interview our daughters.
We like, spotlight cameras. Not that we complain.
So you're really excited about it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
this is my favorite show.
Mine too.
By far.
Is it really? Now, some people weren't sure.
Hands down.
One girl said, whatever show I'm doing now is my favorite show.
No.
But this one is so different, so wonderful, so grand.
Well, it just focuses on us teenagers. Like, this is our show to get our chance in the spotlight. So.
And the dances are just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Jackie's a goddess.
Well, I just said a few minutes ago when I was interviewing your parents, to make something that really was supposed to be middle 1950s, which is a million years ago for young people like you, to make it sound fresh and new is great. Because, before the 1950s, there wasn't really that much teenage gang warfare in New York City. But in the 1950s, is when this show was first on Broadway in 1957, it was pretty nasty. There was some pretty nasty stuff in New York City. We all know there are gangs now, but it's a all total different ball game from the Jets and the Sharks.
Totally different.
But it's a fun show. You're both charming women. I know your lives are going to be just the best for both of you. Good luck in the show. Guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Anybody's who is anybody's may not be grammatically correct, but you're anybody's.
Yes, I am.
Who are you?
I am a young girl who wants to be in the guys' gang in the Jets.
It's a wonderful part to play. I know all about anybody's. Who are you in real life?
I am kind of like anybody's. I guess I'm considered a tomboy, so it suits me well.
You like the part. What's your real name now?
Celine
Celine what?
Bouvier.
I know. I talked to your mommy a few minutes ago. And where does your grandmother live?
She lives in Malone.
In Malone, so she can watch it on the internet.
All right.
You can tell her it's going to be at Plattsburgh.com and HometownCableNetwork.com, and I'll give you a card so you can remember that.
All right.
So, this is your first show, or?
This is my 8th.
Dear God. What's the most, 11? I think so. We interviewed a lot of people tonight, and some people who are your age or younger have been in 11 shows since they were little teeny tiny kids. How old were you in your first show?
I think I was 5.
Have they all been in Chazy?
Yes.
All right here. You go to school here now?
I go to NCCS.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, we have people in this show from colleges, from the community, from all the schools and communities here in the northern tier and all over the place. So how did you happen to get anybody's? Did you try out and somebody said you're anybody's?
I tried out. Someone told me I was anybody's.
Now, is that a hard role for you?
It's some of the lines are very difficult because I'm stressed out in a lot of the play, but the rest of it's fun and I crack a lot of jokes. So
I know you do. Anybody's. That's why I said anybody's is a very important part of this show. So you like the lines?
Yeah, definitely.
Was it hard to learn them?
I've heard it's easier to remember a lot of lines because it's like a conversation, and I don't have a lot of lines, but the way they're delivered is important. So yeah.
Timing. As they say anywhere on the stage, timing is everything.
Yeah.
Timing is so incredibly important in West Side Story because so many things are happening at the same time.
Yep.
So, how much singing?
I actually only sing about 8 measures of one song.
8 measures of one song?
Which is
I knew
good
it
for
wasn't
me.
much.
Yeah.
Do you like to sing though?
I do, but I'm not very good, so.
Did you have to dance in any other shows before this one?
Yeah, lots.
Have you? Yeah, a lot of shows, because we do a lot of musicals. I say we, collectively, do a lot of musicals here in Chazy. It's a kind of a tradition. So you were in Beauty and the Beast last year?
I actually wasn't. I skipped that show.
Uh-oh. You rested up for this one, right?
I actually did track that year, so.
Did you really? Well, you know what? It's a pleasure to talk to you. I can't wait to see you on the stage.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Goodbye. See you later. If our viewers have been watching this program from the beginning, they know we're interviewing the cast members, directors, orchestra people, and the folks who do the costumes. Folks in front of the stage and behind the stage and on the stage. And the production is West Side Story, coming up very... Hush. Chazy Music Theater, of course. If people don't know we're at Chazy Central Rural School, they've been sleeping right till we opened the microphone this time and the camera. Who are you?
David Ashline.
David, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks.
I think I know who you are. Either that or you always wanted to be a policeman in the real world.
No, I was a cop in the Air Force, but no.
Were you really?
Yes. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Plattsburgh Air Force Base, yes.
I thought you were originally from here.
Champlain. Norman and Gail Ashline are my parents.
Of course. And you joined the Air Force.
Yeah, joined the Air Force, and I'm back here in Rouse's Point and living a good life. And
how important is musical theater for you?
Well, I used to love it. I did it. I'm coming out of retirement, so.
Really?
Yeah, 27 years ago.
Somebody twisted your arm?
My son.
No kidding.
Yeah, Devin Ashline's in it. He's
him.
Diesel. You probably met him earlier.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 27 years ago, I did Anything Goes at Northeastern, and that was the last time.
I remember if I saw that one or not. That was a great show, though.
I know Calvin did.
Did you tape that one, Calvin?
Didn't tape it.
Oh, you didn't
No,
tape
didn't
it?
tape that one, no.
27 years ago?
Yeah, so my son talked me into it, so I decided to come down and check it out, and having a great time with it, and I know I'm going to stick with it, so it's...
So what part do you play?
I'm Officer Krupke.
There's only 2 officers in the show.
Yeah.
You're one or the other.
I'm the muscle, he's the brains.
You've got it.
Yeah.
He said he told us he told us he's the tough guy.
Yeah.
Was it hard to learn the music?
I don't sing, not this
I thought
year.
you sang one song.
No, they sing a song about me.
Yeah.
I'm being made fun of throughout the whole musical by the gangs and stuff. And
But I thought you were in the chorus at one time or another. You don't, huh?
I mean, I sing, you know, that,
Well, I think
eventually
you-
I'm going to get into it again.
You
But
should have begged them to get to give you some singing lines anyway.
yeah, well, not this year. It's my first time back, so I'm just getting my feet wet and enjoying it. It's a very
What a
good
show to jump
Oh.
into for your first one back.
Yeah, but it's not hard to be a cop, so
You know, it's a good show. All these parts are great parts.
very good, very
All
good.
these young people and older people are so excited to be in West Side Story.
It's a good time. Got a great crew. It's going to be a great show.
Do you come to every rehearsal?
Pretty much. Well, now every rehearsal, yes. But at first, we're pick and chosen to come to certain nights, doing certain acts and stuff. But now it's solid. You know, every
It's
night.
a good point, and I haven't asked the adults or the kids how many hours they've spent. But this doesn't happen all by itself. You've got to spend time at it.
A lot of time, especially a lot of the positions where there's a lot of lines to remember and all the songs to remember. They have to put a lot of hours in and study. And after February break, there's no more books. Everybody has to know their parts, their lines, their music. No more books.
No kidding.
And they're doing a fantastic job. It's unbelievable.
But then I learned from some of these kids that they've been in 10, 11 shows.
They have a lot of experience. It's amazing. Amazing.
Some of these colleges, some of the kids from Plattsburgh State are about as close to being professional as anything I've seen. In
Exactly.
a long,
Exactly.
long time.
Yep. They have a lot of time. A lot of this is their careers. You know, they go to the school for music and theater and
communications.
Exactly. It's
Well, never. I say this every year, but I don't think there's ever been a show quite like this at Chazy. And their music theater will be proud. This community will be buzzing about West Side Story
I agree.
for a long, long time.
I hope so. Yes, I do.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for
Very
meeting
welcome.
us, for
Yep.
coming out of retirement. You make a great Officer Krupke.
Thanks. Thank you very
See
much.
you later.
All right. Thanks.
How are you, Robert?
Fine, thank you.
Bob Musso, good to see you.
Good to see you.
You guys were reminding me before we started the camera that you did Fiddler on the Roof a while. When was that?
Well, let's see. That would
It
have
wasn't
been
last Tuesday, I know that.
over 20 years ago, probably
Was it?
22 or 23 years ago.
Isn't that amazing? Have you been doing these shows ever since, or what?
No, not really. This is my third time, I think, with Chazy Music Theater, and that's the first I've done since I left Northeastern.
No kidding. But you couldn't stay away.
That's right. I really enjoy this kind of thing, and it's a lot of fun.
So
Get to
what
meet
are you-
a lot of nice people.
what are you doing
and-
here?
Here I'm Doc. I had a little pharmacy, and
Of course you do, in a very important place.
well, the Jets kind of hang out there and meet there, and they're quite a crew.
Had you ever seen West Side Story anywhere before?
I'd seen it on television before.
hadn't?
Yes,
You saw the movie?
Yes, yep. I never saw it on Broadway. Haven't seen the Broadway edition of it, but this follows the movie quite well. It's a little different sequence than is in the movie, but all the main aspects are there.
All the main stuff, all the good songs
All the good
are there.
stuff, yeah.
You get to sing it all up?
Nope, I don't sing and I don't
no
dance.
Fun? Come on. Well, you don't have to. All you got to do is dispense those good drugs, right?
Most we do is cokes now.
Well, who-
Not coke, but cokes.
Who enticed you to come back and do this year?
Jason said they were looking for an older fella, so here I am.
See, that doesn't bother me at my age. The older fella would be a much younger guy than me. So you still have to, it's a time. You have to spend a lot of time at it.
Yes, it does take quite a bit of time, and I'm helping out with the sets in the morning, so it helps pass these winter months. Now that I've retired, I find January, February, and March a little long, and this certainly helps fill in the time.
You know, sometime I'm going to have to learn the history of the Chazy Music Theater, because they've been doing this for a long time and nobody can... Since 1989? Wow. You're only 7, Bob.
6.5.
But they do it every year. As
Yes.
I've mentioned several times tonight, it's so good to have it here in the school. People are familiar with this school. The whole Chazy Rural School is like a landmark up here, the old school, and this, we call it the new school, even though it's been here for a very long time. But what better place to have.
That's true, and the Chazy Music Theater has built a reputation for itself, so people start waiting and looking for tickets and waiting for this production to take place.
Now, we're doing this on the 9th of March, and I asked some of the cast members if they had tickets left, and they said yes, a few. But they go fast.
Yes, they do.
Especially the last week before. It's
That's
almost like if you were a scalper out front, you could get $50 a piece. Well, thanks very much for doing this, for putting your energy into Doc for this show. I can't wait until opening night. It's going to be a blast.
Well, you're welcome, and thanks for you folks being here.
We're delighted to do it, Bob. Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mr.'s Director. Ooh, baby. Jason and Andrew, how are you?
Very good.
Good.
Very good.
Thank you for
It's
coming.
Ducharme, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, I know you're a Bory from a mile away. Well, no jitters yet? It's only a short time before the...
Is the camera looking at our knees? Because they're shaking.
They'll always look at your good side. What do you think so far?
I think
You can be honest with us.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of people watching. I would say it's great.
I think things are shaping up very nicely.
Yeah.
And especially tonight, as we've been watching, we're very impressed with what we see.
Well, I'm very impressed with all the younger and older people that I met. And I've mentioned on camera, and I'll mention again for your benefit, so you know I wasn't lying. I've never seen such enthusiasm in a cast in my life.
Yes, this is a very energetic cast.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what we needed.
They have to be for West Side Story.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If there's nothing in West Side Story, there's energy, and there better be, or it will flop so badly. Now, you guys have both been involved in theater for ever and ever, and you were in your first show when you were...
Oh my gosh, how far back do you want to go?
All the way back.
Well, they had us on stage when we started in elementary school, but the first big one I remember was in middle school when we did Oklahoma.
Isn't that? I bet you know every word,
I
every
do.
note,
I
every
do.
song.
I do.
How about you?
Freshman year, The Music Man was the first show.
Well, Music Man has been done up here almost as much as West Side Story has been done down through the years.
Classic, yep.
But why? Who made the final decision to do West Side Story this year?
I don't remember who brought it up, but we both agreed. We both have been part of this show back in 2000 or
4, something like that.
Something like that in Essex Theater
Essex,
Company.
New York. Yep.
We had a great
You've got a couple of
experience.
kids who were in this show who had experience down in Essex, right?
Yep.
That's correct. Yep. That's correct. And it rekindled my love for the show doing that production, and we tossed it around just saying, this would be a great one to actually do, and
it had never been done
That's
here.
right. And we looked at the clientele.
Of all the places it's been done here in the North Country, it's never been done at the Chazy Music Theater, right?
No, it has never been done.
Isn't that incredible?
And it just seems like something that had to happen since it hadn't happened.
Absolutely.
But I can understand why there might be a little. The word is trepidation.
Yes.
Because it's not the easiest show.
That's
No,
right.
it's not.
That's right.
It's very
It's
difficult.
not the easiest show to cast. You had to throw that line out pretty far.
We had to do a little scouting for men, but we, in general, had a very good group of teenagers this year, and we knew that going in.
That's right.
So we thought that it would be a great show to
Another
do.
reason why it persuaded us to go in the route of West Side Story.
Yeah.
As I said before, theater is in the blood of a lot of people up in this part of the country. Even the audience. Have you ever seen any more enthusiastic audiences? That's true. The day of the show, they'll be buzzing in the parking lots. They'll be talking on the way out. They'll be singing Maria.
It's true. It's true.
But people love theater up here, and they
Absolutely.
come to expect quality.
Absolutely.
The Chazy Music Theater, and so the onus is on.
That's right.
Hopefully we've done our jobs and they
Absolutely.
enjoy it.
And
I think they will.
That's right. And the talent. It's really, we got to give credit to the people that are in this show, not only on the stage, but the people helping us behind the scenes. It's just the talent's immense. It's really.
In every show, timing is everything, but in this show, it's got to be right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The dance steps, the choreography, the difficulty of the vocalizations and the music these people sing.
Absolutely.
It looks like you've got a great Maria.
Oh,
we can't wait to see her.
She is.
Of course, Tony's great too, but Maria's got to be special.
Absolutely.
And we interviewed her for about 2 minutes, and I'm a pretty good judge of talent. And, you know, I was getting excited. This girl she's so mature for her little tiny body, isn't she? Really?
She is, and she's got a beautiful voice.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard her sing yet. I'll wait till opening night for that. So what's been the toughest part? Getting guys, huh?
Getting guys, that was early on in the process. I think right now the toughest part with this show again is dance and syncing that with music. The music is a challenge.
Yes.
It's a challenging piece,
Yeah.
but it's a beautiful piece.
Absolutely. And we are very fortunate, like you said, we really need to throw the line out there to find as many. We have students from 5 school districts: Plattsburgh, Peru, Chazy, Beekmantown, and Northeastern. And what was that, sir?
We got a Saranac, which is homeschooled.
That is correct. So I take that
counts.
back. Six,
Six.
and we have people from Clinton Community College and Plattsburgh State.
Plattsburgh State.
Yeah.
So it is truly.
We've assembled the North Country's finest.
Community theater.
You know, the first thing I did when I looked at the cast of characters was to see who was from Chazy. And there are a lot more people from outlying areas than they are from the Chazy itself, although several kids go to school here. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That is correct.
We got a lot of the regulars back again, and then some new faces as well.
And it was always wonderful to talk to Nelson Bosworth, since I'd known him since his first diaper change. I worked with his dad for so many years, and his dear mother, and his whole family, just wonderful people. And to have him here, I mean, he's Mr. Music Man himself.
Absolutely.
If the truth is known.
Absolutely.
Synonymous with all the great musical productions here in the North Country, and he's excited about it.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He's very excited.
Well, it's not an easy task, and I can tell you guys are relatively confident, or you may be way better actors than I thought you were.
Hiding our nerves.
Could be the second one, Gordy.
Well, we're doing this on the 9th, and I've seen directors at this stage in the game, just not very long before the show, said, "Oh my God, I'm going home now, and I'm never going to come back to this place again." It's not
Yeah. But we're feeling pretty confident as things come together. We've definitely had situations that have rattled our nerves.
How can you not?
But
That's
we
right.
get used
That's
to
right.
that year after year, and you start to expect those
That's
things,
right.
and you work through them. And
That's right.
You know, I in looking down the list of all the shows that are being done this year in the North Country, in the greater, North Country, and 10 or 12 of the schools, I'm extremely impressed. Of course, this, we have to say it because we're standing in these hallowed halls. This is the premier community music theater in the North Country right now. It has been since the 80s. Do you remember when it started? He said 80-something. 89.
That's
he's
right.
guessing.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When Chazy Music Theater began, they only did, I think, a couple of, maybe two days, maybe 2 shows, maybe 3. This is very ambitious, and you almost have to, because people are mad if you don't run two shows on Saturday and a matinee on
yes.
Sunday.
At this point, there are certain expectations, and
That's right.
we need to
Making
meet
sure
those.
you can get them in. Yeah.
Now, we're of course doing this to help promote the show, to spotlight people like you and the great talent. And I'm always inspired by kids with talent, and these kids just. I'm pretty fat, but I've been floating right off about 6 inches off the floor tonight. And it's great to see what you've. And I didn't see a big whip. I didn't even hear you raise your voice that loudly tonight.
Well, they're a good group to work with.
They are, and they know what we want. We've been very clear with the direction, the characters. We've taken great time and consideration with these actors to let them know what we feel is important for the script and for the music, and they know that, and so we're letting them do their thing, and we're taking copious notes in the back. And
That's a good word. It was something that just dawned on me as we were chatting. Some people from this theater and the other school musicals and so on down through the years have gone on and made some pretty serious names for themselves.
That's right.
In other productions, occasionally we'll get like a kid from from Plattsburgh who makes it to Broadway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this has gone on for many, many years.
Yeah.
No matter what Saturday Night Live thinks of Peekskill and Plattsburgh. I haven't thrown a rock in a long, long time.
That's good.
But for a rural area, I'm immensely impressed by what I see here. That's why I love to do shows like this and talk to kids. We spent a little time at Seton last week talking to the international students.
Oh, wow.
We want to talk about an inspirational group, from Russia and Taiwan and South Vietnam and so on.
Yeah.
But these kids are the future. up here.
Absolutely.
You guys,
Absolutely.
are you getting any sleep, though? I mean, that's...
A little less and less every
Yes,
night.
yes.
Have you, who's had the worst dream about how badly it went?
Oh.
Have you had a few?
Dreams haven't been too bad, actually. It's
Really?
just staying up late, being at rehearsals late,
Yes.
and then getting up early to
Well,
do our jobs.
there's a time commitment for everybody. The people that work backstage, the gals who are doing the costume.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the production at one point probably has a little night sweat thinking about something,
Yes.
Yeah, time, just sheer time, hours, thinking about it, rehearsing at home, singing in the shower.
Absolutely.
We all do that every now and
Yeah.
again. So, anything else you want to add? We want to invite everybody to come.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
Of
that
course,
all
of
the
course.
tickets will be sold out. Are they selling well so far? Do you know?
Yes, tickets are selling, and every cast member has their own set that they
Oh,
can.
they do.
That
Everybody has to sell it.
Well, they don't have to. No, but we allow them to pre-sale tickets because sometimes there's such a mad rush or want for the tickets that sometimes family members or friends, they can't get them. So at least they can go to a cast member and say, I need those tickets.
Yeah.
So
That's great. I'm excited for you guys and for everybody else here in the North Country has no idea what they're in for, but they can come here and find out, right, guys?
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you,
to
Gordy.
see you.
Really
for
appreciate
coming.
it.
Always great
Yes.
to see you. You guys are the best.
And see you at the show.
I'll be there. Well, I certainly hope you've had as much fun watching as I have doing the interviews and as Calvin has had running the camera so ably as he's done for all these years. With the Chazy Music Theater, Chazy Central Rural School tonight, we have interviewed many of the cast members, those people who are directors, choreographers, people who work behind the stage, and a lot of these young people who I've used the word inspiration many times, but it's so important. For those of you who are out there saying, oh, these kids today, they have nothing to do, they're bored. I'll tell you what, this is not a bored group of people. They are ready. They know how to dance, they know how to act, they know how to sing. And they're going to knock your socks off with a wonderful musical production, West Side Story, that premiered on Broadway in New York City in 1957, has had many incarnations and reincarnations over the years, musically in theaters large and small around the world. I dare say this is one of the best productions you will ever have seen in the North Country, and that, my friends, is saying a mouthful. Chazy Music Theater will present West Side Story Thursday, March 18th, 2010 at 7:30. Friday, the next night at 7:30. Saturday, 2 shows, a matinee at 2, the evening show at 7:30. And on Sunday, the 21st, the last show, the matinee, it's always a riot. Everybody gets a little loose in that last show. That'll be at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Again, I thank the cast members, the directors, and everyone involved with Chazy Music Theater for inviting us up here tonight, for allowing Calvin Vision and Hometown Cable to get some stuff behind the scenes and talk to the people, young and old, who are involved in this tremendous production. I thank you for watching. Everybody we talked to, we gave a card to tell them that this interview program will be on the internet in 2 spots, Plattsburgh.com and HometownCableNetwork.com. And you can tell your friends everywhere, see my grandson, my granddaughter, the kid across the road, I know this guy. and tell them all about it so they can watch these shows on television. And if you've got a few bucks in your pocket and you want to get the biggest kick you've had in years, buy a ticket to West Side Story, Chazy Music Theater. Who knows where we're going to be next time for our little corner.